Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy, Poeg Lamar, and I'm back with another episode of your Everyday American. I know it's been a while. Yo, back by popular demand, back at you guys' request. I had to come back today with a very, uh, to some, maybe controversial topic. Should you celebrate Independence Day or Juneteenth Day, right? And so for you guys that don't know what those holidays are, the first is Independence Day. That's when America um, got their separation from Great Britain and became their own nation, right? That was the start of it, right? And so there were colonies at first, and then they, from the formation of colonies, became one, started to form a nation. And so that's what Independence Day is to your everyday American, right? That's what we celebrate, the beginning of the formation of the United States of America, right? Which is our freedom as Americans. That's pretty much what that stands for, right? And then you have Juneteenth, which is pretty much for black people. Let's just be honest. It's a holiday for black people to recognize that they're no longer enslaved. The long story short, when Juneteenth was passed, it was passed because there were people that were still slaves in the South. Yes. Well, it was like years later this was passed too, after the original act that was passed that abolished slavery. Like this was years later, so it became a federal holiday 2 years ago. That's dope. But that's what the holidays are. And so the only reason why I'm posing this question is because amongst my black friends, the the question really came up as, you know, around Juneteenth. What are you doing for Juneteenth? I'm like, I'm not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Hell, I'm glad I had the day off, but I'm not really. How can I say this? Because it's so new and it's so honestly, it was still foreign and it still is foreign to me. Just not having the appreciation of the holiday. I understand the significance of it, especially I'm black. I have to understand the significance of the holiday. Of the act rather, not so much the holiday. But I also understand the significance of of freedom. Well, are you gonna do something for the fourth? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna barbecue. Put the kids in the pool. Might go to the park earlier that day. We're gonna celebrate it. Then they're gonna go to the fireworks show later on that evening. And it's like, well, why are you doing all that to celebrate, Independence Day, and you're not doing anything for Juneteenth? And I'm like, I understand, as a black person, that getting these sort of accomplishments should be really relished in for our people. And don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that that we can recognize Juneteenth. They was like, well, why do you celebrate Independence Day? I was like, because I live in America, and motherfucker, that's what America was becoming America. Why would I not celebrate that? And it became like an argument, like, why are you celebrating Independence Day and not Juneteenth? And it was just like, okay, should I celebrate Independence Day or should I celebrate Juneteenth? Like, should I choose between those two or should I celebrate both, right? And my personal opinion is, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Let's just be honest. Do whatever your heart desires. But at the end of the day, you should do what connects with you the most. If you connect with Juneteenth, do it. Whether you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, that don't matter. If you're able to sympathize and connect with that and see the importance of that, and you want to celebrate it, then by all means do that. Hanukkah, I don't celebrate Hanukkah because I can't connect with that. I understand the significance of Hanukkah, but I don't connect with that. That's not for me, right? In a sense of um, I don't I don't have a personal connection to it, right? So like that's where it goes to, and so this is what I feel like us as Americans are, and why we're so divided is the fact that because so many people don't see the significance in things, so they belittle those things, or they make those things seem like they shouldn't exist or they shouldn't be important. And you might take that from when I made the statement about Juneteenth. I only stated that because there's so many other things that I would prefer to have as a national holiday. If you ask me personally, than the day that because you guys forgot about the Southerners, that you had to go back and really make sure that everybody understood that it was illegal to own slaves, right? And we're all still slaves in some form, man. That's another discussion. Long story short, is as Americans, we ought to. That's the best part about America is the right to say whatever you believe, right? But you should also appreciate other people's opinions. Reason being is because that's what makes America so great. If everyone thought one way, then there will be no progress. There would be no United States of America. There would be no freedom because nobody would believe in freedom because we will all be of one mind, all of one ideology. And that's not living. That's not living. I appreciate others that have different views than me. I relish it. And reason being is because that helps me grow as a person. It helps me grow as an American because I develop an appreciation for other people's culture, other people's um, other people's trials, other people's tribulations. I'm able to appreciate that, understand the significance of it. I didn't live in slavery. That don't mean I wasn't impacted by it. That doesn't mean that it's not significant to me. I didn't experience the Holocaust. That doesn't mean that it doesn't carry significance for me. I wasn't, I didn't experience firsthand 9/11, but that doesn't mean that it's not significant to me. When there's all these mass shootings that's happening in this damn country, that doesn't mean that I maybe I might not cry for each and every one, but that doesn't mean that it's not significant for me. And that's what we have to understand. We shouldn't belittle or put down on other people based on their opinions or beliefs or ideologies of things. We should respect your opinion enough to say, okay, tell me why you feel that way. I want to understand. I want to see your point of view. And even if you don't want to see that person's point of view, or you don't care to understand, don't sit up there and say fuck whatever you say. That shit don't matter. That shit's not important because that's not true. That's not fair. Granted, America's not fair, but another conversation, right? But man, it really just goes back to being able to appreciate everyone and appreciate you know the ride to get here, man. The ride to get here. That's really what it is. And I'm gonna end it on this, right? At the end of the day, we all are. If you live in America and you have your citizenship, you're an American. And for that, we ought to all be thankful because there's so many people that are in worse situations. Matter of fact, if you have breath in your body and you're able to breathe in this fresh, free air, you should be jumping for joy. There should be no greater feeling because there's no better feeling than freedom. Being able to freely think, freely move. There's nothing like it in the world. And I wouldn't change a thing. Maybe some things. Seriously though, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I went on that little rant, man, but I really wanted to discuss that, especially that both holidays just passed, and it really got. I didn't make you do anything you wanted to. You had to do it or you didn't. So you had to celebrate Independence Day, celebrate Juneteenth, or celebrate both, or didn't celebrate either one. But I want you to think about that, especially as other holidays tend to approach, and Labor Day. Has Labor Day passed? Labor Day is September the 1st. You guys got it for me. Give me. I only keep up with holidays to know when I'm, get off of work. Nah, for real. Nah. But you should know, especially if your company recognizes those 19 company paid holidays for the company I work for. So you can't beat it. But nah, man, in all seriousness, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Give me your thoughts. I want your opinion, right? Do you celebrate Juneteenth? Do you celebrate Independence Day? If you do, why or why not? You know? Let's have this conversation, man. Let's open things up. Let's progress as people, man. It all starts with the conversation. We have to be able to communicate. We have to be able to talk to each other. At the end of the day, we're all on one. We have to live in this world together. No matter your race, sex, creed, none of that matters. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. We all are born into this earth, and we all will leave this earth in the ground. Or some of y'all might get cremated, but it is what it is. But in all seriousness, though, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you guys stay tuned for further videos, further reactions, and further commentary. Hey, if you guys want more episodes of Your Everyday American, make sure that you guys keep supporting it, keep watching it, keep viewing, liking, and commenting on these videos so that I know that you guys appreciate them. Also, comment some topics below that you guys might be interested in. By the way, sorry it took so long for me to do another one, but I really just wanted to, to do something that I felt would transcend to you guys, that would make you guys maybe question something, or bring in a different light, a different perspective to you guys. With all that being said, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, if you here, why haven't you subscribed yet? Thank you guys so much, man. Later.